30 days from now, your chest, shoulders, and triceps will have pushed through 3,000 reps, and the strength you gain in the first 2 weeks will be bigger than anything that comes after. But there is a hidden reason those fast early gains suddenly slam into a wall, and it has almost nothing to do with how hard you are trying. By the end of this, you will know exactly what 100 push-ups a day for 30 days shifts inside you week by week, and the one switch that decides whether your body keeps changing or freezes in place. Every week we pull apart one challenge like this and show you what is really happening under your skin. So subscribe to Lumen Body so you never miss one, and drop the exercise you want us to break down next in the comments. So let's start at rep 1, because what your body does in that single push-up sets up everything that follows. As you lower your chest to the floor, 3 big movers fire at once: the pectorals fanning across your chest, the front heads of your shoulders, and the triceps running down the back of each arm. But they never work alone, because to stop your hips from sagging, your core clamps down and the small fan-shaped muscles wrapping your ribs lock your shoulder blades in place. So a push-up is not an arm exercise, it is a full upper body and core exercise disguised as one simple movement. Now do that 100 times on day 1, and here is the first surprise: the soreness that shows up 2 days later is not damage, it is construction. Those 100 reps leave microscopic tears through the muscle fibers, and your body rushes in to patch each one back slightly thicker and tougher than before. But the strength you feel appearing in that first week is not coming from bigger muscle at all, and this is where almost everyone gets it wrong. Before your body builds anything new, it rewires what you already have, teaching your brain to fire more muscle fibers at the same instant and in better sync. Think of it like a construction crew that upgrades the electrical wiring of the building before it ever hires a single new worker. So the current flows better, and reps that felt impossible start to flow. You might jump from shaking at 20 to cruising through 30, and it genuinely feels like magic. But that wiring magic has an expiration date, and hold on to that, because it is the whole reason people either break through or give up. By the second week, days 8 through 14, the deep soreness fades and the daily 100 stops feeling like a battle. Your muscles are now growing tiny new blood vessels, flooding the fibers with oxygen, so your chest can do far more work before it starts to burn. That is real endurance being built. Therefore, knocking out 50 in a row now feels closer to what 40 felt like just a week ago. And stick with me, because around week 3, something quietly frustrating happens that fools almost everyone who tries this, and I will show you the exact switch that fixes it. Because by days 15 through 21, the 100 push-ups that once wrecked you now feel almost routine, and that comfort is a trap. Muscle only grows when it is forced to do something harder than it is already used to, a rule called progressive overload. So the moment those 100 reps stop being a challenge, the growth signal your body was screaming with in week 1 goes quiet. And this is the heavy part, because you are showing up every single day, doing everything right, but the mirror simply stops changing. This is exactly where most people quit, convinced that push-ups just do not work, when the truth is, their push-ups stopped working the day they got easy. But here is the switch, and it is not doing more reps, it is making each rep harder than the last set your body remembers. Elevate your feet on a chair so more of your body weight loads onto your chest, or slow each descent to 3 full seconds and pause at the very bottom where the tension bites hardest. Do that, and suddenly your muscles are dumped back into unfamiliar territory, therefore the growth signal switches straight back on and the plateau breaks. So by the final stretch, days 22 through 30, what has actually changed in your body? Your endurance is transformed. The number of clean reps you can string together in one set may have climbed by 50% or more. Your chest and triceps feel firmer and your arms look a little fuller. But you have to be honest about what that fullness really is. A lot of it is the pump, blood rushing into the muscle to make it swell for an hour or two, which is why you look best right after a set and softer by evening. Real lasting size builds far more slowly underneath that, and over 30 days, you get a genuine but modest layer, not the overnight transformation the thumbnails sell you. There is one more catch, because you have spent a month only pushing and never pulling. Push-ups actually recruit your back muscles to stabilize you, so they will not wreck your posture on their own, but train only the front for 30 days and the pushing muscles can start to overpower the pulling ones. So the fix is simple. Balance every push challenge with rows or pull-ups, and your shoulders stay square instead of creeping forward. And remember, 3,000 push-ups do burn real calories, but whether that firmer chest actually shows depends far more on what is on your plate than on the floor. So let's close the loop from the very start. The reason your early gains stalled was never effort. It was that your body adapted and you never raised the bar. The people who walk away from this challenge with the biggest change are not the ones who did the same 100 every day. They are the ones who kept making those 100 harder. You proved you can show up 30 days straight, and that consistency is the rarest ingredient of all. Now you just point it at a moving target. So before your first set tomorrow, film one set from the side, count only your clean full-range reps, and write that number down, because in 30 days beating it is the only proof that actually counts.